Hey guys, this is Ethereal Awakening. I'm doing individual zodiac sign readings. This one's going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North Node. I did want to put a little disclaimer. I had some major things going on, incredible things going on. I'm in a spiritual hangover right now, but I'm still coming through strong. If something in my reading triggers you, good. If something in my reading guides you, helps you, good. It's all good. There is nothing in my vision that is bad. If you want to be nasty, negative, and spit hateful comments, that'll just get erased, and you can do that in your own space, because I've been in enough situations where I was abandoned to be in a pit of self-pity, and I know the benefit of doing that. So I will never look at that as anything but absolutely necessary. If I offended you, you needed it. And that was a shout out to Corey Taylor, Stone Sour, Sour, one of my favorite bands. But all is necessary, all is good, all is right. Ride with the light, and everything's all right. Again, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If it resonates in your heart, that's where you know the message is for you. If it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, spit it out. Move on. Go do something else. No big deal. Again, let's have Spirit come through with some messages for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the sign of Taurus. Spirit messages for Taurus. All right. Thank you in advance. So current energy, got some 8 of Cups. Moving away. Tired of the emotional bullshit. You sat in a position long enough to realize that this is not where I want to be. The blood is collecting in my head. I am ready to be upright and move forward in something a little bit more emotionally fulfilling, spiritually fulfilling. Moving forward in love. That's so beautiful. I love that, Taurus. I love that. In your heart space, looking at the past as a guide. Oh, I'm seeing now where I went, where I did, this is recognizing that you have laid out a path upon further examination that will tell you, I don't like that, I like that. So if you didn't like that, do something the opposite to get an opposite. Or, that's good. That's lots of in my zone is what I call that card. That is 7 of Pentacles. Taurus is in their zone. And there's something for you right there. Page of Rods. This is, again, we're going to link that to that Hanged Man in the current energy, where there's a passion for whatever this is. Something about what this realization to move you forward out of an emotionally dead. This is emotionally dead. And I am leaving. The song that just popped into my head is Stinkfist by Tool. I'll keep digging till I feel something. That's when you've dug 8 cups worth and you're like, I could probably feel another 8 cups worth. Or do something different. Look at this differently. So this is bravo. The page coming in your heart space is recognizing the patterns of the past to project forward exactly what you want to manifest and passionately going after it. However that comes out. And it's in your heart. So that's where it all needs to be. It needs to be right there where that your heart will radiate outwards. All that magnetic electro waves of goodness that everyone will be like, what the hell happened to Taurus? Like, just yesterday it was like whatever, and now what? Like out of the box new kind of. That's the energy that you can ride with. You're like, oh yeah, this feels good. Oh my gosh. Ace of Cups in your possible outcome. Your cup will be filled when you're going along with this, whatever this is. If you keep on it, keep on this path, whatever is this new way of looking, whatever the emotional exhaustion has led you to, self-reflection and looking at things differently, whatever it is that's that little, oh yeah, I want this, keep going. Your cup will be filled. This is the Seven of Swords. There might be the sensation that you have to, in order to get this accomplished, you might feel like you have to be sneaky, be a little deceptive. Let's look at the under. And you're being a little stubborn about that. But even that's coming to an end. You got the Ten of Swords right after that. So really, this is a matter, when I look at the underlying energy, so you're being a little stubborn about feeling like the only way to get out of this situation, to give this little page of rods in my heart a fair shot, is if I will steal this or take this or just kind of sneak off, or, like don't leave a 2-week notice, or just kind of disappear, or, and I'm here to say that that's not true. That is allowing it's allowing an old way of thinking that got you in the situation in the first place to creep back up. So allowing that thought process, because here we are, underlying energy, you go from the 7 to the 10. So something is going to and I believe it's this 2 of Pentacles, which was in the underlying energy. It's realizing that there's this cosmic kind of rolling with it that you gotta get in the groove of. Taking a baby step, because the page is not a knight. The page is not a king nor a queen. The page is just a page. Starting out on this endeavor. So it's really just like baby stepping. 2 of Pentacles, like, okay, I'm just going to, poke my head in on this. Okay, so you go into HR and you're like, okay, I'm putting in my 2-week notice. But you really don't have to care what anybody thinks. This is your life. You live it for you. You know what I mean? It's like the things that are holding you back. However, when you realize that your happiness is so important because everything around you, not just you, is suffering because of it, taking these baby steps will be scary because you're not used to it. But I guarantee we are creatures of habit. You got into the habit of thinking this way. You can get out of it by taking the baby steps of the Page of Rods and recognizing that passion will grow into exactly what you wish, this emotional fulfillment. So I think the biggest takeaway from this message, Taurus, is this Page of Rods, this thing that you like, man, I want that. I like that. That feels so good. It's recognizing that it's okay. And getting yourself out of the situation that you're in through deceptive measures is not necessary. But underlying energy is, at some point, that will shine through. You do have this 10 of Swords here. That's ending for you. You're recognizing that it may not feel good at first. It's not supposed to feel good. Things in life ebb and flow. It's to recognize what is good. If you didn't have something that felt bad, how would you know what is good? So it's being in this bad situation that you've recognized this is something good that I want. So using that same method of thought, getting yourself out of it. I've got to do something good for myself now. And it's not going to feel good at first, but it will get easier, dear Taurus. I assure you it will get baby steps towards this, and you will have your Ace of Cups, the emotional fulfillment. Your Emperor will not be stubborn and stuck. Your Emperor will be just, I play by the rules because I know the rules work. And it's the rules of the heart. It's the rules of passion. It's the rules of that Christ consciousness that we're trying to anchor into our reality. So, bravo, Taurus. Keep going. I hope this helps.